3-day watermelon fast results. Hi everyone, I'm Simone Simpson from Wondering Yoga Cafe Entertainment. Welcome to our weekly rundown. Today's topic, 3-day watermelon fast results. I am doing 60 days of rolling threes. And what rolling threes are, it means you're fasting for 3 days and then you eat 1 day. Then you fast for 3 days and eat for 1 day. So I'm doing that with watermelon. So I eat only watermelon for 3 days and then I eat regular food for 1 day. And then right back on 3 days of watermelon and then right back to 1 day of food. And then I just keep doing that. You know the drill. It's 3-1, 3-1, 3-1. And I'm doing that for 60 days. And I'm sharing the results with you every week on our weekly rundown. I will have those juicy results for you. I want to thank you for being here. Thank you so much for watching. Remember to hit that subscribe button if you want to see more of these videos. And if you like what you see, give it a thumbs up. Look at that. This is an island in the shape of a heart. I have to share this with you. You see all the boats going there. It's just, I'm in the city right now. I'm in Miami for 3 weeks. And then I actually live, that's Miami Beach. What you're seeing there, that's an island. That's where I live. This is the road to get to Miami Beach. And that is Miami Beach itself. That's an island where I live. So just loving this heart island with the boats and everything. Love it, loving life. But I want to share the results of the watermelon fast. So what we are going to talk about, what I have are the top 5 watermelon fasting questions. So I'm going to answer those top 5 questions. And what the questions are, this is what we're going to talk about. Number 1 is what I am eating. What am I eating? Everyone wants to know that. You're on a watermelon fast, but what actually, truthfully, honestly are you eating? Number 2 is how do you feel? That's a big one because a lot of us, we're working or we have an exercise routine. Some people have young children. So how do you feel? Because it's important. We want to be strong enough to get through things. Everyone's not taking a week or 2 week sabbatical in the Himalayas to do a watermelon fast. I don't know if you want to do it there because you're going to need a bathroom somewhere. So, but everyone's not doing that. So number 2 is how do I feel? So number 1 is what am I eating? Number 2 is how do I feel? Number 3 is exercise. Are you exercising? If so, what? If not, why? So number 3 is exercise. Number 4 is super important. Those are the tips to stay on the fast. Like the secret sauce is what I call it. What are the tips? What are you doing? What's your tricks to stay on the fast, to just have watermelon for 3 days? And number 5, of course, results. And that might be the number 1 question, but we're going to do that one. Number 5, stick around. It's going to be good. So number 1, what did I eat? So let's just talk about day 1 because I've done 3 days, day 1, day 2, day 3. Yesterday was my eating day. And then today I'm actually day 1 on the second 3 days of watermelon. Hence the watermelon. So today I'm actually day 1 for the second one. So you'll get results again next week. And I'm just going to give these results every week for 60 days. So what did I eat? Did I cheat? Is there such a thing as cheating on a watermelon fast? What exactly am I putting in my mouth? And I'm going to be honest because that's what you need so you can just get a kind of an idea of the results I'm getting, and remembering to talk with your healthcare professional when embarking on any fasting or dietary changes. And so that's something to cover with your healthcare professional. But that being said, let's get back to it. So what I have is tea every morning. I have this ritual in the morning, and sometimes it has to be coffee and sometimes it has to be tea. I just drink whatever my body tells me to drink. And so it's not like, okay, it's this day and this month I'm gonna have, it's like literally I love coffee and have a love affair with it, and then I wake up one day and I'm like, I just want tea. I almost can't stand the taste of coffee right now. I don't know what happens with that, but I do notice that when I fast that the caffeine in coffee is too much. So I have an Earl Grey tea or a black tea, and this one is black tea. The reason it's this color, this is the color I like my coffee and my tea. What I put in there first is almond milk. It's unsweetened vanilla. I'm going to put some pictures below so you can see it. Unsweetened vanilla with 0 carbs. That's important because if you don't check that, your almond milk will have 14 carbs and you will be off your watermelon fast. So this is a keto drink. Then I put about an eighth of a teaspoon of heavy whipping cream. That's dairy, it's keto as well. That just gives it the savory taste. But if I put enough dairy in it with no almond milk to make it this color, it's way too much dairy. And dairy is an inflammatory. So I want to do as little as possible. So that gives it that color. And this is my tea. I love it. So I have as many of those as I want, but I start off my day with 1 to 2 of these, even before I have watermelon. And then after that, I have watermelon as much as I want. Normally I do. I have some mini watermelons. I cut them in half and I'll eat those. Today I had delivered from Whole Foods. It arrived last night because I knew today was day 1 of my second set of rolling threes, but my second series of rolling threes. But this is, so I've already had 2 of these. One was this size and one was half the size. So I've had that today. Do I measure and weigh and count how much, how many calories, how much watermelon? No. Whenever I want to eat, I eat watermelon. Doesn't matter what time. So the last thing I do before bed, I go for a walk, come in, take a shower, meditate, go to bed. So once I walk, I don't eat after that. But that's what I ate. That's what I've been having. Oh, I forgot one thing. Gum. Day 1, I had 3 packs of gum. Now, what I do understand is the gum, it does have carbs in it. And I didn't know. I was like, I'm just going to keep the mindset that it's still going to work, that I'm still going to get results with gum. But I chewed 3 packs of gum. One was this flavor, and the 2 were like spearmint. One was spearmint, one was peppermint. But I chewed every piece from 3 packs of gum. And then, so that's what I did on day 1. Day 2, I had 1 pack of gum. And day 3, I think I did 1 pack of gum as well. But day 1, I was on and I'm like, hey, what are you doing with your mornings is something that's so important. Being successful in anything, but we're talking about our diet, our health, being successful in anything, in any area of your life. What are you doing with your mornings? That is sacred time, and it's the foundation for your day. Are you starting off with the news, or are you starting off with a beautiful morning meditation? And fasting or life is so much easier when you feel good. And what you're doing in your mornings will dictate how you're feeling that day. So if you're starting off with news, it's telling you all this stuff and pitting one group of people against another, and then you're wondering why you're not feeling good. Well, look how you're starting your day off. For me, I start off with a beautiful morning meditation. I will put a link below. If you enter your email address, you get free unlimited access to the morning meditation. I want to put that below. It's a 6-minute meditation. So everyone's got 6 minutes of their morning so that you are in control of how you feel the rest of your day. So definitely keeping that in mind. But our second of the top 5 watermelon fasting questions, the 3-day watermelon fasting questions. The second question is, how do I feel? Everyone wants to know that, especially me. I have a career, I have a corporate job, and I have to feel good and full of energy so that I can handle all that I'm doing throughout the day. How did I feel? Day 1, excellent, happy, feeling good. Day 2, day 3, I had energy, clarity, clear mind all day. And I was never hungry, ever, for all 3 days. But again, anytime I wanted to eat, I ate watermelon. And I wasn't constantly eating. Like, I'd eat watermelon, and then sometimes I'd have a few sips of tea and then nothing. And then a little later on, I didn't time it or anything like that. But I was never, ever hungry. And I feel today, even because I'm on day 1 of the second series of watermelon fast, but I feel really good. My mind is clear. I actually have more energy. And another thing about how you're feeling is how you're thinking. Unhealthy thinking habits keep most people unhealthy. So what you're thinking, how you're thinking is very, very important with how you're doing, how successful you are in anything. And right now I'm just talking about watermelon fasting. So I had a really good thought of how it was going to go for me because I watched a video of someone who was really successful and she ate on hers. Food. And I'm like, and I'm not going to do that. I didn't know about the gum. I didn't plan it, but it happened. But I was like, I'm not going to eat food on mine. Oh my gosh, this is going to work. And she had tea on hers too. So that's when I was like, I'm going to have tea. Oh, it's on. But your unhealthy thinking habits creates unhealthy people. So change your thinking. There's this everyone has probably heard it. As you think, so you become. As you think, so you become. What we ponder sets the course of our lives. So what you're thinking about just sets the course of your lives. And you can, at times, I'll even ask myself, where are my thoughts taking me? So again, that meditation, it's getting control of your mind, of what you're thinking about. Super, super important with all that goes on in the world and all that we're told about that's going on in the world. And with social media, how quickly that information can come to us. So it's like we've got to be in charge of how we're feeling. And so your thoughts, what you're thinking about is super important. It's a big component of it. That being said, let's get to the third top of the top 5 questions for the 3-day watermelon fast. Did I exercise? That's important because so often I hear when people are fasting or diets, oh, you can do it without exercise, etc. But what I felt is, but my body needs exercise. I will make a video because I haven't just dedicated one to it, but I actually had my lungs shut down. They were corroded. I died. All of this. And so I just say it lightly because I healed myself, and it was calculated, deliberate, methodical, the healing that I did for myself. But I died. And so for me, exercise is important. And I would prefer not to do a diet where I couldn't exercise, because yes, being at that healthy weight or healing is super important, but so is that walking, that exercising my heart and my lungs every day. That's important too. So yes, I did exercise. Every morning I walked for about 20 minutes, and every evening about an hour. I did a total of 90 minutes a day. That's my goal. Then when I come in the evenings, I do about 10 to 15 minutes of yoga. That's extremely important because your cardiovascular health is just as important as their body's flexibility. Being able to stretch your spine, keeping your spine flexible. Your illness doesn't set in the body. There are a few ways, but until the spine stiffens. So it's so important to keep your spine flexible. And yoga does just that. Certain types. There's some that we made up that doesn't, but I'm an Ashtanga yoga instructor. That's not my main career, but I am a certified Ashtanga yoga instructor because that is so important. So I will put a video together. I want to give myself a couple of months because there's a lot going on. I'm here for 3 weeks and I'll be back on the beach. But I will put a video together just with a 10 to 12 minute morning practice, because you should have that kind of time. 6 minutes for a meditation, 20 minutes for a walk, another 10 minutes, 12 minutes for a yoga practice. That will really set the tone of your day. So yes, I did exercise. Yes, I did exercise every day. And something that we're looking at when we're building anything, building a healthy body, building a healthy mind, there's 2 things that go to that, 2 major components. It is you put the right ingredients in and you keep the wrong ingredients out. So you want to put the right ingredients in and you want to keep the wrong ingredients out. That's so important. And when you're looking at your thoughts, what you read, what you watch, those are ingredients that you are putting in to, that's your recipe for how you're going to feel. And so if you want to ask yourself, what am I watching? What am I reading? What a person reads or watches pours massive ingredients into your mental factory. And the fabric of your life is built from these ingredients. So number 4, tips and tricks. This is really important. The tricks that I use to stay on this fast. Look at these people out here in the boat. I love it. This is an island. We have a lot of these everywhere. There's nothing like Miami. So we have a lot of these everywhere. So people just take boats and go out. This isn't a group of people who all knows each other. They just all wanted to go out to what I lovingly call Heart Island. And you just dock there for a few hours and you have drinks and food and friends and fun. So there you go. But number 4, tips and tricks. What I did, my first day, of course, I had as much tea as I wanted. I just wanted, sometimes eating as a habit. I noticed I was never hungry during the watermelon fast, but sometimes it's just a habit, and I would grab gum. And the first day, 3 packs, the second day, 1. And then the third day, not much. But I think I had a few leftover pieces or something the third day. But the third day, not much gum. But that was my tip and trick for the first 3-day watermelon fast in this series of 3-day. And I know we're talking about a lot about our mental health and how we're feeling. Success starts with thought, and you must be wise and careful about what you're thinking about. So, on to number 5, results. Oh, yeah. Day 1, drum roll. What did I release on day 1? 4 pounds. Yes, exactly 4 pounds I released on day 1. Super excited. That's including having all of the tea that I wanted. I think I had a coffee as well on one of those days. 3 packs of gum, super good. So day 1, I released 4 pounds. Day 2, drum roll, please. 3 pounds released. So day 1 and day 2, a total of 7 pounds while eating all of the watermelon I could eat. I didn't have as much on the third day. I'm just putting that together. Like, that's probably what happened on the third day. So, but I still lost 3 pounds. So there you go. So my total for the series of the 3-day watermelon fast, I released 10 pounds. I'm so happy. This for me is so doable. And I know why. I just know why. There was a good prep that I did from the body fit class that I teach. So I will definitely, we're doing our next class. It's starting on Labor Day. And yes, it's something that you can do on the holiday. It's nothing you have to take away or add on that first day, that first week even. So it's very doable. And it's easy to remember. Starts on Labor Day. So I will put some information in these once we get closer, about 2 weeks closer, where you can go and sign up, etc. But so that's a good prep, because you want to make sure your body's got the right nutrients, and have that conversation with your healthcare professional and right nutrients in your body, and then boom, jump in. So yeah, total released 10 pounds on that first series of 3-day watermelon fast, and my 60-day, it's called rolling threes. And I just want to leave you with this: stand guard at the door of your mind. Stand guard there. Just watch that, guard that with your life. Just guard that. People will dump things into it, and they will dump anything into your mind. And once they do, the only person that has to deal with that is you. So just stand guard, because there's nothing more important than that you feel good. Nothing more important than that you feel good. So, what did I do well this past week, and this past week, and what would I do differently if I had the chance to do it all again? And guess what? I'll have another chance and another chance and another chance. What I did well, I hit it. I did it. I did the 3-day water fast. I did well. I released 10 pounds, but I hit it. I did it. I set a goal. I did it. I felt good. It was easy, doable. 60 days of rolling threes. And yeah, that's what I did well. And what would I do if I had the chance to do it all again? And I do. I would chew less gum. I feel that the gum chewing, even overeating, is linked to probably another area in my life that's not as successful as I would like it to be. And not the obvious, like weight or things like that, but I feel there's another component in my life that I would like to improve upon, that's probably remaining stagnant, because this part is stagnant. And so I would chew less gum. I feel like maybe when I stop that habit of chewing, whatever it is that I need to look at and address that I probably haven't looked at yet, will have time to come up. And then I can go, oh yeah, that, I remember that. And then I can be thankful for the experience, or for the ability to have made it to where I am after having had that experience, and the ability to still have maintained my happy, my joy, my true peace. that I work at every day. I meditate every morning and every night. That is what I do, and working hard at that, maintaining that mental peace. So yeah, there you go. So that's what I did well, and what I would do if I had the chance to do it again, and really why. It's the gum. So I'll see what happens this week when I go down to less and less gum. Maybe in a couple of weeks I will just do a no gum, and then we'll go from there. But for right now, it's going to be a gradual thing. But I want to leave you with this. I am on my way to being the healthiest I've ever been. I am starting a new life. This is the first week, and I'm on my way. Yeah. I'm Simone Simpson from Wondering Yoga Cafe Entertainment. This is our weekly rundown. We have a weekly rundown every week. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you next week. Same place, same rundown theme. And remember, hit that subscribe button. You can see more of these videos. Bye.